The next day is everyone's practice day. Mash wants to borrow Finn's broom. Of course Finn agrees. The next day, Mash started learning to ride a broom with everyone, first casting spells on the broom and then commanding it to fly. Seeing some of his classmates practice, Mash also tried, but the broom couldn't fly. After a while, a friend appeared. He laughs at Mash for not being able to use basic magic. Right after that, Mash kicked the ground with his foot, causing the broom to fly, surprising his friend and thinking that Mash was cheating. Soon after, the other friend challenged Mash to a speed race, and Mash agreed. The teacher will be the referee, shouting the start. Mash uses the speed of light to outrun his friend. This made all the students wonder what the hell was going on. Finn is the one who best sees Mash's every move. As soon as he started, he threw the broom away and flew back. Mash takes advantage of air resistance and regulates brush speed. So Mash flew. The other friend couldn't help but scold Mash. Suddenly his mouth was tied. Cabell overpowered him. Calvin has seen everything before and is very impressed with Mash. So he wants to be friends with him. Mash was just about to shake hands and make friends when the teacher came. Therefore, Cabell will be waiting for Mash at school. Cabell ordered his friend to suppress Mash. But the plan failed and was beaten by Cabell. All the students were afraid of Cabell because he was the son of a high-ranking official. It is known that in this world, the head of magic has the strongest authority. On top of that, Cabell was bribed by his father here. Therefore, if someone insults Cabell, they will be expelled from school. In her spare time, Mash also often makes cakes to eat by herself. Mash hopes to be able to let his father taste the cakes he makes. But in order to have a peaceful life, Mash is forced to become the strongest at this school. The next day in Mash class took out the books to study and discovered they were torn. Finn seemed to know something but did not dare to speak up because Cabell appeared. Cabell asked why Mash did not come to the meeting point, but Mash replied that he was busy making cakes. Cabell knew that Mash wanted to be a saint and used this to manipulate him. Mash believed Cabell's word, so he did everything he told him to. The next day, Mash's book was torn again, so he had to borrow Finn's book. Mash made a cake for Finn as a thank you for lending him a broom last time. Mash feels great to be able to be friends with someone as good as Finn. At this point, Mash still naively thought that Cabell really wanted to help him, so he did as he said. While mopping the floor, Mash discovers that he took Finn's book and forgot to return it. Moments later, Cabell comes to Finn to order him to stop tearing the books and burn Mash's stuff instead. But Finn refuses Cabell's orders. Finn knows that if he fights Cabell, he will be physically abused, even expelled from school. Soon after, Mash went to find Finn to return the book. At this time, he heard the sound and ran curiously to see. Finn is being tortured by Cabell. Mash comes to see Finn's condition. Only then did he reveal the fact that the book had been torn by him and that the one who asked to do it was Cabell. Finn cries and apologizes to Mash for doing bad things to him. Mash heard all the truth. Mash immediately went to find Cabell and hit his head on the ground. Soon after, the head of education was bribed by Cabell's father to question and accuse Mash and Finn of violent assault and would be punished by the school. Because Cabell has a special status, there will be a different treatment. Mash didn't understand what he was saying and stopped him from speaking again. He tried to use magic to attack Mash, but was defeated by him. Not long after, Mash was called in for questioning by the principal because Mash beat Cabell and buried the head of the teachers department alive. This alarmed the Ministry of Magic, ordering the principal to expel Mash immediately. Although Mash did what it shouldn't, the principal values justice the most and not many people dare to confront a force like Mash in this world. So the principal hopes that Mash can become a saint to take his place in the Department of Magic. The principal began to explain how to become a saint. First, Mash needs to be at the top of the school. To do that, Mash needs to collect coins from lessons. As for the head of the education department and the magic department, the principal will find a solution. After that, Mash returned to the dormitory to check on Finn's condition. Since the moment Mash defeated Cabell and the head of education, he has become a character that other students must admire. One day, a senior asked Mash to compete with him. It is known that his name is Tom, which is loved by many female students. Mash asked about the contest. It is the sport of hitting the ball in the air with a broom. Mash refused because he could not fly, but Tom refused to listen, insisting on him to compete. The next day, Mash and the rest of the crew competed, even though he said he couldn't fly. Everyone was riding brooms, only Mash was still on the ground, making the audience angry.